Can you hear my voice is audible? You can see me. Everything's
It's,
fine.
yes, everything is perfect. Yes.
Perfect.
And that's
Thanks.
not usually the case. Usually, whenever I begin, there are typically issues. So we have to kind of do a little bit of back
Right.
and forth, but it's perfect. Yes.
Okay.
So,
So
congratulations. Brilliant
thank you.
score. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you so
So,
much.
when did you take the test?
So this was in July of last year, July 18.
Oh, July 18th. Okay.
It's
So,
been some time. Actually, so the reason I reached out a little late was because then I got really busy with applications.
mhm.
I thought it makes sense to like just complete because GMAT is just the means of getting there, right? So I mean, only a score doesn't really say much. So I thought let me just get free from all of that, and that's when I reach out to you guys.
But 750, Q50, V41, that speaks volumes about your preparation and your
Thank you,
caliber, I would say. So,
thank you, thank
congratulations
you,
for that. And I
thank
see
you
that
so
you
much.
have admits from Columbia as well as Michigan with scholarship.
Right. Yes.
Absolutely
Yes.
amazing. So,
Thank
what are
you.
you deciding to join? Have you made a decision?
Uh, it's a bit hard because so Kellogg was like my
The dream
dream
school?
school, and I've been waitlisted there, so I'm
Mhm.
still hopeful on that. So most probably it's going to be Kellogg versus Columbia. I think yeah, but I
Uh,
still have some time to take a call. So I think by mid-March, that's
Right,
when I
right.
take a
And
call.
when do you get to know the results of Kellogg?
So again, it's on a rolling basis.
Okay.
I'm guessing typically they will now benchmark me with the round two applicants, and round two results are out by mid-March. I'm guessing around that time I should
Mhm,
hear back
mhm.
from them.
Okay. So have you been in touch with any of the students there or any of the support people? Yeah, you are, right?
Yes, so I'm in touch with the students. I'm yet to. So I was just thinking of writing like an update letter to the admission, which I'm actually thinking of completing this week.
Okay.
So this week I'll
So what
just
I would
like send
suggest
them
is
like an update. Huh.
schools do appreciate when you contact them. Contrary
Okay,
to what you would think that you don't that they would not want to be disturbed, but if you
sure.
contact them with some solid content, they would definitely they do appreciate that. So
Okay.
let's say if you do some research into the centers of excellence that they have, and you want to ask some questions to the professors to those things, I mean definitely, because that's what shows your interest. Now yes, just writing an email saying what's the status, when do I look forward to
Mm-hmm.
making
Yeah,
a
yeah, I know.
for me,
Yeah,
that obviously would work against you. But
sure,
yes, I mean,
sure.
showing anything genuine that you can show. Think about it. I mean, you are, it's a very crude comparison, but think about it as if you are in a dating environment, right? So you have to put your best foot forward and you have to show that you're interested, right? So these are
Mhm.
the three. So you're actually quoting these three schools. And right now, because you're waiting for Kellogg, so definitely, tell them that how interested you are and prove to them that you're interested, not just words. So yeah,
Mhm.
that would be my 2 cents.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Okay, so did you prepare for this on your own, the application process, or did you take some help with a consultant of a
No,
company?
I did hire a consultant
Okay, do
for
you
this.
mind asking, would you mind telling me who it was, which company
Sure,
was it?
sure. So this was not a company. This was a freelancer. His name is Amrit Hasaram.
Okay,
He used to work with Admissions Gateway, but now
okay,
he started off his own practice.
okay, okay,
He's ex Booth, ex McKinsey.
okay. Amrit what?
Amrit Hasaram.
Amrit
I think
Hasaram,
I
okay.
think it's spelled as Hassaram.
Okay, okay.
He's based out of Bombay.
Oh, okay. All right, sounds
Yeah.
good. Just interesting to know the new players who are coming in the industry. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
all right. So let's talk about e-GMAT. How was your experience with e-GMAT?
Sure. So, I mean, just to give you some context
Mhm.
also, so I mean, mine was also a case where I had to take the exam, like at least I took the exam 4 times.
Four
And
times. Oh, I only have three listed out over here.
yeah, no, so I think there was one which I didn't list because it was not a milestone kind of a thing. Because I think so. This is the one that kind of painted the trajectory for me. The fourth one doesn't really, but I'll talk about all four of them. I
Mhm.
think the first time I gave it was in September of 17 when I got a 710. And I
Mhm.
was very happy with the score. And I was like, I've hit the 700 wala level and I was very excited about it. But that was when I had also started attending these admission events of business schools. And I
Mhm.
went to the Ross one and I was blown away. I thought like, this is great because also one of my colleagues, he is a Ross alum. So he
Mhm.
got me introduced to the admission person there. And like, we were like in touch throughout the process with the admission person. And what he told me was that listen, as an Indian applicant, I would very strongly urge that you retake the exam. And I was
The Ross person told you, or your friend?
Ross person told me
Okay,
this.
that's good.
He was very upfront with that, and I would say a little taken aback because I was like, okay, I thought it's a decent enough score and it's very close to the school's average. I feel that when I was applying, the Ross average was around 715, 717. I said like,
Ayush, so let me just interject you. Can you move your webcam so that I can see your entire face? Because yes, perfect.
is this
Yes,
better?
yes,
Okay,
perfect. Yes.
yeah. So after he told me that, so and this was when I was, I think, literally a month away from the application deadline. And I was literally in two minds as to what should I do. And the first time I'd taken the exam, it had already been like a couple of months, so I'd also like started forgetting things and all. But in a hurried manner, I gave the exam again, and I got a 650. So that's the one that you don't have. I thought I'll share that with you also. And I literally gave it in a very hurried manner because I was also working on apps at the same time, and I thought there's no harm in just like trying to improve myself. Didn't happen, and I think at that time a lot of like just the pressure of the application also kind of bogged me down, so I didn't really consider it as 100% attempt at it. So I applied with a 710. I got invited for an interview. I
To
interviewed with
Ross?
Ross. Yeah, I interviewed with Ross. The interview went really well. I thought like, because I had a mutual connection with the interviewer. We spoke about like a lot of things, and I thought like interview was definitely very good. I was again very shocked to hear that they'd put me on waitlist when the final Ross results were. And this was round two. And and I wrote back to the admissions director, whom I was in touch with throughout the process. I told them that, listen, I'm little shocked that because I really thought that I'd be able to make it to Ross, etc., etc. So then that's when he reiterated that, listen, I told you that 710 Indian applicant, I think there are people with much higher scores. And, he says that the Indian applicants will literally expect like a 740, 750. And that's when, and he gave me some time then. So this was mid-March, I heard back from them, and he said that by May end, or I think mid-June, if you can like improve your score, there is a very significant chance that you can get off the waitlist. Like almost to the point that he said that this is the only thing that you need to work on in your application. Rest everything is fine.
Checkbox that they need to see.
Yes, exactly. So that's when I kind of really put in, I would say, my best. Still not took e-GMAT, and so when I got a 710, I was attending a coaching institute, and that's where I had like a lot of resources from there. And I never thought that resources was a challenge for me. I always thought that I need to practice more. And English is my weak area. Like if you see all my previous scores, all my math scores are Q50. It's only the English which is, yeah. So my math is very good, and I knew I had to focus on English. And my problem was that the third time when I was giving the exam, I thought that I have all the resources in English. I just need to get better. I just need to keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. Kept doing the OG. I think I did the OG twice over. Like literally, and to the point that I like memorized, okay, iska to answer ye hai. I think the problem that the challenge that I faced, and I think what I didn't realize, what I got to know after the exam was that I was not focusing too much on the technique to get at the right answer. And it was more of just somehow getting at the right answer. And I think that's a challenge which I faced, which I think led me to a 670, which again was lower than first was 710, 650. Okay, I didn't even consider as a valid attempt. And then 670. And that's when it really shook me after I got a 670. And I was completely destroyed because I
This
thought
was
that.
around your deadline, right? May 2018 is when.
Yeah, this was my last attempt. Like I knew that if I don't get it, I won't get Ross.
Right.
It was almost like that. And that's when like I was really shocked, and because before my 670 attempt I thought I'm definitely beating my 710. Now it's a question of whether I get a 720, 730 or a 740, 750. And when I saw the score 670, I thought, okay, at the root, at the grassroots level, there is a problem. Like because this time I had practiced so much, I had done the OG so many times, I have done each and every mock, etc., etc. And I think there's something is not working here. I think this is when a friend of mine who had recommended e-GMAT to me a year back. This is when I got a 710. I was preparing for the 710. He'd recommended to me then, and I told him, listen, I already have this resource from the coaching institute that I attended long time back when I didn't give the exam also. And I think they are very exhaustive, and it covers all relevant things which are asked in GMAT. So I don't think I need to take the e-GMAT course. But then that time I was like, dude, it's make it or break it. Like now, if I don't do it, because then I probably will never give the exam again.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, if I can't beat the 710, I knew in my head, I'd done a lot of research also. I knew that I won't be able to break into the top 10 schools because these schools, like, they require a 730, 740 from an Indian app.
Mm-hmm.
So it's after I got a 670, I really started thinking that, okay, I am going to give it one last time and I'm going to put my 100% into it. So which is when I just went for the e-GMAT. And again, at that point also, I was not sure whether it'll be value adding or not. Because I was like, I already know these things. I just have to like practice it more. But the moment I started doing e-GMAT sentence correction, I'm just going to use SC as everyone is familiar with. I think I was blown away by the breadth and depth of the course that is designed. I mean, I thought it did a fantastic job at covering each and every topic that could be potentially asked in the exam. And how I realized that this is true is that when I was solving answers after doing any particular, let's say, a course set, I would do certain problems from OG on that topic. And what I found out was that now I was not only identifying one but two to three errors in wrong sentences.
And this is
And like what
after you having
after
already
e-GMAT.
attempted OG 2 times.
Yes, this is after having attempted OG twice. Yeah, so that's when I think, and it helped me in two ways. First, I was looking at SC in a very objective way, as opposed to earlier on where I thought it was becoming very hunch based. Where, and if I'm like left with two or three option choices, I'm like going with my gut feeling. Okay, this feels right. Whereas now I think it made the whole process much more objective. That I could eliminate answers with 100% surety. Okay, no, I know I've learned it in the course, and this can definitely not be the right answer. I would like my accuracy in SC became 90-95%.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was helping me a lot. And I think the second thing which people don't realize and how it helped me with was I was spending much less time doing SC questions. And how that was helping was that it was giving me more time with CR and RC, which again, I thought out of the 3 years, CR and RC were my weaker areas. So having even like a minute more per RC passage, I thought like that was also creating a lot of difference. So I think in a nutshell, just the kind of topics that I got exposed to in the SC course, which I wasn't exposed to earlier on. There were a lot of things which I should do on a fly, but e-GMAT literally, I mean, I thought they taught me each and everything. And some of the things which not only in e-GMAT, but I thought in my general communication at work and all, I think have been very useful for me.
Such as, give me some examples.
So, okay.
I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here.
Sure. Had you asked me 3 months back, I would have given you 10 examples. It's just also been some time. So you just give me some
I think
time.
it's intuitive right now for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll let you know the
That's
example.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So regarding SC, so we'll talk about SC because you talked at length about it already. So you said that there were certain concepts that you were not familiar with, and now you were a lot more clear about them, and you had a good structured process to attempt. Now, what part of the process was missing from your approach towards SC before you did e-GMAT course?
So I think, as I said, I think my problem, I think the structure was there. I just feel that I was not referring to the relevant course material, is what my understanding. Like I just don't think I was, as they say, right, the topic, like what is the syllabus. I just thought that I was not attacking the right syllabus. Yeah. So I think that was the thing that really changed it for me.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about critical reasoning. How was that?
Sure. So I think my main focus on e-GMAT was SC, but I also benefited a lot from CR. And I think with CR, one of the things about e-GMAT that really changed my approach towards CR was that how it taught me to break down a particular argument into different constituents. And I think that's something which was really missing from my earlier on prep. I used to like directly jump into the types of questions and, okay, this question, this is how you're supposed to approach. But that basic understanding of what an argument is, what are the facts in it, what is the conclusion in it, and I think that breakup that when I learned and actually practiced.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's something that really, so that's one definitely that I think e-GMAT really helped me. And the other thing was just the framework of attacking each and every kind of question in CR
Mm-hmm.
was also something which I thought was very useful. Again, because I think in my earlier prep, uh, although I was aware of the frameworks, but I think because of time constraints, I was just trying to like whichever CR question I would get, I would try to answer them on a fly, as opposed to actually think of, okay, this is that kind of a question, which means I should approach it in this particular way. So I think because of e-GMAT's framework on, if it's this type of question, this is what the answer should look like, and this is how you should approach it. I think that's something that really changed the CR game for me.
Okay. All right. How about RC?
I'll be very honest with you. I didn't use RC e-GMAT too much, and I think major reason for that was also time constraint because ended up spending I think a month on sentence correction.
Right, right. But you did
So
Scholaranium, right?
I did Scholaranium,
Yes.
yes.
So you were able to practice lots of questions because I see you almost exhausted all the questions in Scholaranium.
Yes, yeah, yeah. So I was doing a lot of practice, even Scholaranium. And I think Scholaranium, again, as is very intuitive, is that how it helped me was just to find out my weak areas, even within topics, like within sentence correction. Am I making mistakes in modifier types of question, etc. So I think that's something that Scholaranium really helped me with.
So how did you, what was your strategy with Scholaranium? How did you use the test platform?
Mm,
Do you remember? I know it's been long.
I mean, like, I don't think it was something which was very unique. It was just, I think, after I'd done the theory for, let's say, for sentence correction, like completely finished the coursework, I would say. Just keep, like, in sets of 15, just keep doing those questions
Mm-hmm.
and just
From
analyze
a particular topic, right?
from a particular. No, sorry. Sorry. I used to do SC and all topics miscellaneous. And then after that, I used to see, okay, in which topic within SC am I making more mistakes? I never did like, okay, I'll do 15 kind of model. That I
Okay.
did only when I was doing the e-GMAT course. So,
Okay.
the OG questions and the course questions, so that was topic wise. But
Mm-hmm.
Scholaranium, I don't think I did topic wise as such.
Okay.
I
All
used to
right.
do like SC and then CR and in that way.
So then you used to look at skill data to figure out where you were
Yes,
lacking.
yeah,
Okay. And what
exactly.
did you do after that? After you figured out that you
Sure. So I think that's when I realized that if I'm repeatedly making errors in a particular section, I probably had to go back to the theory.
okay.
So I was making notes, but also just, doing a quick summary of a particular topic, a particular course on the e-GMAT thing and seeing, okay, I have done it once or twice, but I probably need to just do it once again to actually figure out why I'm making the mistake again. So I
Okay.
think that then helped me a lot.
Okay. Good. Good. All right. So any recommendations for current GMAT aspirants?
I mean, they're definitely at a granular level. There are so many things that I learned, and but I don't want to get into that because I think that's a lot that the exam kind of covers. But I think at a high level, one of the things is definitely to go for e-GMAT. If it's a student, I think is struggling in verbal, I think e-GMAT it takes some time. I think the course really is built. It's designed in a way, and I think it's good in that sense that I think it's kept in mind uh, a very average performing student for the exam. So I think sometimes the platform just is, I mean, it's so detailed that you just end up spending a lot more time on the platform. And I think that's how it's designed. But I think I would suggest that don't get bogged down by how much time will take you to complete it. If you have time for the exam, just finish the course and you will be able to see for yourself what difference it's making in your accuracy. And like I
Mhm.
literally had data to show that, okay, because of this course now I'm actually like improved on my time, I've improved on my accuracy. So that's definitely something I would like to say.
Good. Well, yeah, that's really helpful. In fact, in your case, it would have saved you a year, right? You would have been in this already.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I
Yes.
mean, I still think like I got better results this time. I got a better GMAT, and I think better GMAT. So I'm looking at strategy consulting as a post MBA
Yes.
career option. So I've been told like a GMAT score is very important there also. So
It does.
like no regrets
Yes.
at all. I think like in
Definitely.
this 1 year I've learned so much more about the whole process, etc. That I think I'm much better placed to enter B school now than
Absolutely
what I
right.
was a year back. So
Absolutely right. That
yeah,
experience is very important. That goes without
yes.
saying. Good.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was really wonderful, Ayush. It was lovely talking to you.
Same here.
So, any questions that you have for me?
Not